All right, welcome back, everybody. We are back. It's been a little bit. I had to take care of some stuff with work and life, how everything else gets. So we are back. In this video, there really isn't a lot about like how to this or that. It's just me putting shit back together for the Neon. The engine is mounted, and I'll get to that in just a second. We're gonna do like a car update. We're gonna do just parts that I need to put on. Just overall a good time video, nothing too fancy, something you can lay back, drink a cup of coffee or a beer, and yeah, just hang out and let's get the video started. All right, guys, so here is what I have. I know last time we kind of left some stuff where it was just sitting there when we were mounting the transmission back together. I've been trying to post stuff, as much stuff as I can on Instagram, so my lens is dirty, hold on. So just follow us on Instagram at Stage Racing. But essentially, we got the intake manifold on. I put the gold tape here because it is so close to the radiator and the fan. I got an upgraded throttle body. Waiting on the shifter cable bushings. I managed to clean these up and paint these. These are not leaking. I think Modern's making like a stainless steel version. I just don't know when they're going to release it. So essentially this is what the engine bay looks like. It is a stock turbo, and so far the only thing holding this engine up right now is the Torque Solutions passenger side mount and the driver's side mount. So some of these are kind of like loose for the moment till I get the K-frame brace is going to go back here. I need to get that taken care of. And I'm also going to do the dog bone right up here so we can get that with the strut tower brace up here. So I'm going to have questions about what I did here, and I'll kind of show you what I did. This is a more speed, and the vibration over there is the bolt spin. If you hear like that vibrating noise, I'm washing some bolts. So it's a more speed mount, and this is going to be the OEM mount. So there's a hole right there, right here, that comes with the OEM mount, and a lot of people use that, but I did not use that because I ran a line from right here to the other right there, like for the strut bar, to kind of give me like a straight edge as possible. That way I can reference something off if the engine was like cockeyed or not cockeyed, or if it was straight. Am I using that bolt? It was definitely too forward this way, so you needed to go back a bit. So, and I think I talked to Victor that owns Neon Goodies, and I think we talked about like 3/8 back and a quarter inch that way, quarter inch to the back of the car, and then like 3/8 down or something like that. And then I basically drilled through it, welded up a tab, welded up a nut, like a tab / nut in the back, and then threaded it through, and then just was able to run the bolt through that way. Yeah, this is what I did for the mount here. It was kind of a process. I'm kind of in a hurry because I'm trying to make the race season with this car, so I'm kind of trying to like hurry up and go kind of a situation. But yeah, this is what I have so far. I have a brand new alternator just to make sure that everything's, because I didn't have one for the car. We got to get the downpipe going. I got to get the basically the axles and all the stuff that goes with axles related stuff. I got to get that put on. So we're kind of, I put this on Instagram too, is this guy right here. You have to run the AC bracket for the SRT4. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, I'll show you that I cut like 3 pounds off the bottom piece and just put the AC delete for Modern pulley here, and then just OEM belt tensioner there. And then, like I said, I just saved the pounds because you don't need the other stuff. So I mean, like some people have cut it this way, so you have 3 mounting holes, but I just wanted a 4 for now. Maybe down the road I'll make it to the 3. What else have I done? Yeah, so the intake, we put the injectors in there, torqued everything down to spec. I have the 180 thermostat with the RK titanium, which is here's the titanium. I don't think the whole cover is titanium. Really just cleaning stuff up. The valve cover is out getting powder coated, so I have to use this is my mom's old dual overhead cam valve cover, so from her 98 Stratus. It works, you know, but for now it's just covering it up so there's no crap that goes in there. Kind of, what else have I done? Obviously installed the turbo in the back with the manifold, and so I want to make a video, or at least when I get to this point, how to bleed this, because someone asked me about how to bleed the hydraulic clutch. There is no fluid in there right now, but I want to get to the point when I do that, I'd like to make a pretty cool video about it. So it's there right now. We just haven't got to that point. There's no fluid in it. I put a brand new starter in it because I don't want to take any chances. I'm trying to buy as much brand new stuff so that this thing is super reliable on track days, autocross days, time attack days, HPDE days, whatever. So we have parts that are waiting to go on. We have the rewire for the pump, just to have make sure it's always got a good post on there. A lot of this is overkill for the engine now, but I'm trying to do everything now so when I get to the point where I want to upgrade a turbo or do something else, make more power, I'm pretty much set. So obviously I got this from Modern, to just make sure that the pump has got enough juice. And these are just OEM coolant lines and turbo lines, all that stuff. I got my PCV valve that showed up. I got the turbo side pressure, something like that. And then I got this. Obviously, I recommend using this for your coil. And then we just got overall parts that are gonna have to go on that we're just waiting for it to go on. I don't know if I'm gonna upgrade the hot side pipe to the ETS pipe. I don't know yet. But essentially, yeah, this is coming out of the throttle body. We'll probably get the HKS blow-off valve. I really like the way that sounds. I got the bracketry over here for it's just a bunch of parts we're waiting to put on. That's what we're going to be doing in this video, and just putting parts on, This is our high pressure side from our power steering. Here's a power steering pump, just because I don't know about the other one and if it was worth a shit or not, so I just got a new power steering pump, so I'm going to start putting stuff together so I can put it on the car. Okay, now that the pulley is ready to go on, I put my adapter in the hole, I put my bearing, washer, then my nut goes into the threaded part, and you're going to see the threaded installation to it. You're going to see there's a thread inside there. Match it with how far you want to go with this thread. Hand tight, not all the way down to 7/16 end, but I'm just going to use a 11 mil socket. Hold this in place, and then this is a 15/16, and it should tighten up. On. Here's the adapter and my nut and the threaded part. Washer and nut, pulleys installed. A couple things, guys. You mount the, get a good light right there, that hole. There is a Phillips that originally goes there, but they like always rust up and they're just a pain in the ass. So I just cut mine off, and it's actually it's a M8 by 1.25. So I'm just gonna put a new bolt in there when I put everything back on, just so that everything fits, and not have to worry about using a Phillips again. So I kind of take back what I said earlier about that Phillips. So I know why you need a Phillips. I just didn't think about it then. Is because you have to make sure that that doesn't hit. I mean, we're talking about an ass hair thin of that nut, like right there. It ain't gonna hit, but like, man, it is razor thin. So pump's ready. So we can put it on the car. £250 inch. We are using a high pressure side for the power steering hose from a SRT4, and that should cover that part. We're doing an old cooler for a power steering cooler, so essentially like we can make our own return hose. We just need the high pressure side going to there. So I'll get that installed, and I'll show you guys here in a minute. All right, before we end the video with the power steering / car update, so we already ran the high pressure side. We already ran the high pressure side hose from here. Okay, so we're good there. It's installed but not installed, right? So we have the low pressure side. So that this is actually from the first gen low pressure side. I cut the metal hose that comes with this just so you don't have to buy another hose, another fitting. And I'm actually using this low pressure side here. And like I said, I cut it up to, where's it at? Like, I would say here. I cut it up to here, wherever the hose was. And I just used this end, and then I'm going to use this hose from the low pressure hose that I had, just so you can save a little bit of money. And I'm using a single ear clamp, and I'll kind of show you how that works. So these are single ear clamps. You can buy these at Amazon. They work really well. You set the single ear in here, and you grab their hose clamps that are like this. They're basically like big ass nail clippers, and then you set it on the single ear and you get it where it's aligned. Then you give it the old squeeze. Okay, so you're going to be able to get a nice fresh OEM look. Essentially you do this for the low pressure side, and you're going to have this hose. I use the same low pressure hose from the first gen, and I have this tube here, so then this is going to go here like this. So essentially you're going to have the low pressure here and then the high pressure next to it, and you're going to have the same OEM lines, so it's going to look OEM-ish, and then that way you can run this line to your cooler, and then from your cooler to your reservoir, and that'll be your step-by-step of how to do the power steering for the SRT4. And that's it. So like I said, this side is going to be going to the cooler, and then the cooler is going to circulate through there, go back to the reservoir, and maybe in the next video I can show you how that will look until I can get the cooler set up. But I'm going to leave the video here. I'm going to leave the video here for you guys, just to kind of bolt in stuff like that, and then how to do the power steering for the most part. The rest of this is just, like I said, is connecting it, and right now it's still kind of loose till I can get the rest of the parts that come in, and then we install the cooler when we install the radiator. Kind of that's it, man. That's it. We're gonna leave it here, guys, and then we'll do another one with some other stuff that came in, and then we will go from there. So see you guys in the next one.